Your phone lights up at 2:13 a.m. Not a normal notification, not a message, a government alert. Military conflict escalating, shelter in place, stand by for further instructions. You check the news, half the sites won't load. Social media is chaos, people arguing, guessing, panicking. Somewhere across the world, missiles have already launched, fighters are in the air, satellites are watching everything. World War III doesn't begin with dramatic music, it begins with confusion and delay. And the next few hours, what you do right now, may decide whether the next few weeks are survivable or not. Because modern war doesn't just destroy armies, it destroys systems, power grids, supply chains, communication networks, fuel distribution, water treatment plants, all the invisible machinery that keeps cities alive. When those fail, people don't die from bombs. They die from thirst, infection, exposure, and bad decisions. So if the world starts sliding into global war tonight, there are 5 things you need to do immediately, before everyone else realizes what's happening. The first thing you do is secure water. Not tomorrow. Not after you see how things develop. Right now. Cities don't create water, they pump it. Massive electric pumps move water through treatment plants and into pressure towers. When power grids fail, and in war they often do, that pressure disappears. Taps run dry faster than most people expect, sometimes within hours, so you fill everything. Bottles, pots, sinks, the bathtub, trash cans lined with clean bags. Every container you own becomes a water reservoir, because the human body fails quickly without water. 3 days is the textbook number, but in stress, heat, or injury, it can be much faster. And when millions of people suddenly realize the taps aren't working, the lines at stores become riots. Water is survival. You secure it before the panic starts. The second thing you do is secure information. Wars break communication first. Cell networks get overloaded when everyone tries to call family. Internet infrastructure becomes a target. Satellites get jammed. Rumors spread faster than facts. So you create a small pocket of reliable information. Battery-powered radio if you have one. Emergency broadcasts still use radio because it's resilient and cheap. If you don't have one, conserve your phone battery like it's oxygen. Turn off background apps, lower brightness, use airplane mode until you need signal. Because knowing what's happening matters. Is the conflict regional or global? Are infrastructure strikes happening? Is evacuation recommended or dangerous? Information is strategy. Without it, people make blind decisions. And blind decisions during collapse get people killed. The third thing you do is quietly secure food. Not with a shopping cart piled to the ceiling like a doomsday movie. Quietly. The biggest mistake people make during crises is looking like they're prepared. Prepared people attract attention. Neighbors notice, strangers notice, desperate people notice. You buy normal-looking quantities of calorie-dense food that lasts. Rice, beans, oats, peanut butter, canned vegetables, canned protein. Cheap calories that sit on shelves for months, because food shortages don't happen instantly. They happen when trucks stop moving. Modern grocery stores operate on just-in-time delivery. Most have only 3 days of inventory. When transport networks falter, fuel shortages, damaged roads, military restrictions, shelves empty quickly. The food you quietly store tonight becomes stability later. The fourth thing you do is prepare your shelter, not a bunker. Most people don't have bunkers, but every building has better and worse places to survive emergencies. You identify the safest part of your home. Away from windows, away from exterior walls if possible. A hallway, basement, interior room. Somewhere glass can't reach you if shockwaves hit nearby structures. You move basic supplies there. Water, flashlight, batteries, phone charger, basic first aid, warm clothing. Something to cover broken windows if necessary. Because explosions aren't the only threat in wartime cities. Power failures mean darkness. Broken glass means injuries. Fires spread faster when emergency services are overwhelmed. Preparation turns a random room into a controlled environment, and control is survival. The fifth thing you do, and this one surprises people, is slow down your life. Wars create a psychological trap. People start doom scrolling, watching the news every 5 minutes, arguing online, panicking over rumors, staying awake all night waiting for the next update. That burns the most valuable resource you have, energy. Survival during long crises is not about adrenaline. It's about endurance. You sleep when you can. You eat normal meals. You organize supplies calmly. You keep routines as much as possible because stress destroys decision-making. And the enemy during societal collapse isn't just missiles, it's fatigue. Fatigue makes you forget to drink water, forget to lock doors, forget to check smoke smells or strange noises. It turns smart people into careless ones. And careless decisions are how ordinary situations turn fatal. The truth about global war is uncomfortable. Most people imagine dramatic explosions and heroic moments, but the majority of civilians who suffer during large-scale conflicts don't die in blasts. They die because the systems they depend on, water, electricity, medicine, transportation, quietly stop working. That's why the first hours matter. While everyone else is waiting to see if the situation is serious, you're quietly building stability. Water stored, food secured, information monitored, shelter prepared, energy conserved. None of these actions look dramatic, but survival rarely does. It's the slow accumulation of small advantages while everyone else hesitates. And hesitation is the real killer in crises. Because if the world wakes up tomorrow and the war de-escalates, you still have water, you still have food, you still have preparation, nothing wasted. But if the situation worsens, if infrastructure begins failing, if supply chains start cracking, if panic spreads faster than facts, then the things you did in those first quiet hours become the difference between stability and chaos. World wars don't begin with clarity. They begin with uncertainty. And the people who survive long emergencies aren't the strongest or the luckiest. They're the ones who treated the first warning seriously and moved before the rest of the world realized the situation had already changed.